I'm talking about this video game while I just had some really hot sauce.
What do we do?
I don't have milk. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5, and this might be my favorite game of the modern era.
And obviously there have been samurai games in the past, but this like emphasizes the samurai aspect of it, like the actual swordplay mechanics.
Me coming to terms with what's happening in the comedy space, and the story of Jin having to go from honorable samurai to this ghost. Oh man, the developers are gonna see this. Oh, more people are talking about our game. It's like, this is terrible. This guy ate hot sauce, sweating through the thing. But I figure, what better day than today than for me and Dante to finally do the little Becco Foods hot sauce challenge.
Oh my, yo, that's too much.
I gotta put it for 2. It's too much. You're freaking out.
Yes, it's hot. I'm sweating.
Bro, you're Jamaican and dumb. Yeah, but that's the fun of it, bro.
This is not fun. Yo!
That's no good?
Why are you laying it on so thick?
What do you mean? That's mine. I'll do that one.
Sure.
Are you, is that comfortable? You pick.
I'm not. That's good. Whatever. It's already on there. I would have scraped it off. No extra.
All right, so take a chip.
Oh, we're doing it now.
We got to start.
Oh.
Right? It's the beginning of the episode. That one might have more on it. I'm just letting you know. Being honest. Shout out to Becco Foods, bro. This is gonna be fun.
No, it's not.
No, it's not, but it will be for them.
Yo.
Maybe this will break 1 million. Oh my God. I want to kill myself.
No, but have you seen, just in terms of like internet lore, have you seen A Online do the ghost pepper challenge?
Not that one specifically. I think the one I remember is Shaq. No, that ain't hot.
Oh,
no,
okay. No. A Online,
that ain't nothing to me.
He was like one of the OG like British YouTubers. He's a black guy. No. And he ate a ghost pepper, and his dad's like straight Nigerian. So he's like starts sweating, he starts throwing up. He's like
throwing up.
He's like, Dad, he's like calling for his dad, and then his dad's like, son, what did you do? He's like,
well, I hope you're prepared to finish this episode from the hospital. Dante, don't leave me, Dante.
No, this is so much pepper.
Count of 3?
Sure. Can I chase with this water?
You can do whatever you want. You've watched enough the Chicken Wing White Dude. Chicken Wing White Dude. That's the name of the show.
Chicken Wing White Dude. Yeah, but he has milk. He has milk. Water doesn't really help with
No,
heat.
you're right. It actually makes it worse.
What do we do?
I don't have milk. There's no milk in the studio. What? You drink milk?
Well, if I eat something spicy.
What are you, 6?
Yes!
You still drink, yes! You drink pasteurized milk?
I drink.
You gotta at least get that good raw homo. You know how hippies like it? Unfiltered, unpasteurized, raw homo. Best milk out there. All right, you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Yeah, I know. We're trying to delay it. We gotta do this. We'll commit to at least 2.
At least 1. Because this is a start. This is gonna be
1, 2, 3.
Try not to get it on my tongue.
I did. I don't care. All right. Welcome to Black Zeus podcast. I'm running right to the water. You know what? This ain't nothing to me.
Right now.
Give me. No, I didn't make a face. I didn't make a face.
I'm already feeling it.
I feel it, but let's be honest, bro.
I don't do hot sauce.
Oh, you don't?
How many times did I say
this? This is. Oh, damn! I just wiped the freaking hot sauce hand on my head scarf. On my head napkin. That's a nice hot sauce, but like, I think it's still. I think even talking to him, because I saw him at the last art crawl, because he was even saying it's not like untouchable type hot sauce. This is the hottest sauce he makes, and obviously I feel it.
It is hot.
It is nice. Yeah, it has a nice kick, but I think it's very doable. I don't think if you were to put if you like a kick, this is perfect.
My dad makes hot sauce, and he likes hot sauce.
That's a great flavor.
It does have good flavor.
And Becco Food. Now I am a salesman, but it's my homie, nigga. I don't give a. He didn't pay me. I just like the product, and it's here. So why not? You want to do another one right now?
No.
Really?
No.
All right, I will.
You're crazy.
No, this ain't. I feel like to make it an actual challenge, I got to do 2. I'm gonna do more. See that? Where's the close-up camera? Should I do that?
Do it. It's your tongue.
All right. Yeah, I know you're feeling it, eh? But I want to actually. Oh my goodness, what am I doing? I put the whole chip. I put hot sauce on the whole chip. All right. Are we gonna talk about video games? I don't.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about video games.
You sure?
Yeah. Take my mind off the pain.
I like it a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
It does taste good.
It's fire on that jalapeno chip.
Ooh, yeah.
On the jalapeno chip. Woo! Yo, Becco, you gotta start packaging your own jalapeno chips, bro.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Back into the show, ladies and gentlemen, with the first segment. I've already crushed 2 of these. All right. Nothing to me. No, I didn't make a face. It's been a while since we've gotten down this trail. You know what I mean? But it's who we are. Dante's more proud of it than I am. But it's the return, ladies and gentlemen, of Black Nerd. Woo! We black and we nerds, my nigga. That's gotta be like the soundbite for it. That's the worst. We're not getting any views with this. Yeah, we're gonna talk about some video games right now. Specifically, damn, this is crazy. Just remember, I'm talking about this video game while I just had some really hot sauce. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima on the PS5. And this might be my favorite game of the modern era of gaming. I would say PS4, PS5. PS5 doesn't really have much.
Did you play PS4 though?
Yeah.
What'd
I
you
had a
play
ton. What?
What did you play on PS4?
Fallout 4. All the Uncharted, like Uncharted 4.
I actually want to go back and play all
Uncharted 4 is fire. I've been thinking about it, but it's the last like
I watched a movie recently. Sorry.
Oh, why are you I'm just looking at you with disgust. That movie looked like trash.
I know, but I didn't see it.
Okay, first sip of water. What'd you think? What'd you think of the movie? Uncharted movie.
Here's the thing.
Oh, this is too long already.
I'm biased because I like those kind of treasure hunt movies.
Okay,
Like
so
National
you like
Treasure.
so you like Indiana Jones?
Not as much, to be honest.
So you don't like those movies,
But I like National Treasure. I like the conspiracy ones.
bruh. Do you know what the Holy Grail? That's the conspiracy of all conspiracies.
But
they aren't going about it in conspiracy. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But let's get back on track because I don't think I can sidetrack here. You love Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
I played it on the PS4, but I'm going through it on the PS5, like for real. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I really thought this would work to talk about on the comedy podcast, is oddly enough, like to me, I'm a super video games or art person. Mm-hmm. I think this game handily goes with that statement. Video games are like the photo mode in this game alone. Like amazing. They literally have the f-stop, aperture, lighting,
yep,
everything. Like everything, mm-hmm. Like tilt. Like I've never seen a more robust photo mode, and it makes sense.
You can have foliage go through.
Though, yeah, all these different particle effects and stuff. Yeah. And I thought I'm like, yo, let me just do one. You know, every once in a while when I'm playing, I'm like, damn, this looks so good. Let me just capture a screenshot real quick. Yeah, and I do it. This is crazy.
Wait, is that the face one or the hot hand one?
No, this is the clean one.
Okay. I'm just waiting till you rub your eyes.
No, that was in my pocket. That was in my pocket. Oh man, the developers are gonna see this. Oh, more people are talking about our game. It's like, this is terrible. This guy ate hot sauce, sweating through the thing. I like to, without getting into heavy spoilers, the basic premise of the game is you're a samurai on a fictional well, the island is real. Tsushima actually exists in Japan. Yeah. But the story is fictional.
No, because they got raided.
Yeah, but bro, the
actual story is
completely fabricated.
No.
Yes, it is, bro. I've watched 3 like 1 hour developer walkthroughs now.
Yeah, but the whole thing,
diaries.
They've all said the characters and stuff are not real. But yes. I mean, them being attacked by the Mongols and then a tsunami coming.
But that's not the story. That's more the backdrop, the setting.
I know, but that actually happened is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, but I'm trying to say the meat and potatoes of the actual game. Like none of it is fictional. The characters aren't based on anybody. Like all of the characters are fictional. Yes. There's some, again, like on my drives to shows, I've been listening to, like this is how into the game I got. I'm listening to developer diaries and them talk about. Yeah. I haven't been this into a game. Like in years, bro. Like where I'm watching developer diaries, listening to how they made it. Yep. absolutely video games are art, but I think the main point for the comedy podcast is the storyline is like a fallen samurai. Like his whole island gets invaded by the Mongols.
No. The Tsushima, but
Yeah.
Japan itself is not.
His island gets invaded by the Mongols.
Yes.
His uncle gets effed up and all this stuff, and he essentially gets broken down to square one and has to build himself back up. But he's a samurai. And in order to defeat these new enemies, because samurais have never faced like the Mongol army, he has to become something he's not, the Ghost of Tsushima. So he has to like become a ninja essentially. But samurais are all honorable. They must, I stand and face you.
Yeah.
So that. So the process of the story of the game is him coming to terms with like how he came in to the game of the samurai, honor, and you know, like the way of the sword and the way of the samurai, all this like freaking honor is the main thing.
Yeah.
And him having to adjust in order to see victory.
Yeah.
Like there's no way he sees victory without making the new adjustments, facing a new enemy of this strength and might.
Who has no problem not being honorable, by the way.
Yeah, the enemy, the Mongols are just like slitting throat. Like the opening cutscene is absolute cinema. You know what's stupid? Because I'm a big fan of samurai movies, and I'll let you get a word in here in a second.
No, go ahead.
But like when I first played it on PS4, I first played it in Kurosawa mode, and I shouldn't have done that.
No, you got to play through it regular.
Yeah,
And then every once in a while, you go in Kurosawa mode just for like.
I can't do that. It's all or nothing. So I do want to have that experience, but I played the game like 40% in Kurosawa mode, and then I just like, this game is too beautiful to look at.
It's so beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like it's actually beautiful.
Yeah.
Hearing the design choices behind how they made it too is like after the first like few drafts of the island, it was just all trees, and someone had made the suggestion, make some clearings so you can see things.
Yeah,
and, like,
make some fields.
Yeah, and all like, bro, with the way the wind moves,
The
and all
wind
stuff,
is such a big character in the game.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Character is a good way of putting it. I love minimal AI or UI.
UI.
I love getting like UI's user interface if you're not a nerd like this.
Yeah.
But essentially, like the mini map and all that stuff, the directional stuff, like it's just like it sounds corny if you don't play it.
Yeah.
But like the way the wind blows is the direction that you're going in.
Yeah.
And you can set markers obviously so the wind blows whatever direction you want, but just super clean. Before I get into like why I truly feel like this is hitting the comedy button for me. This is my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm dealing with a bunch of shit. But the reason I feel like this hits the comedy button for me, I'll get into in a minute, but give some of the reasons of why you love this game before we get too far into this.
Dog, it's just it's one of those games that you always wish there was.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, and obviously there have been samurai games in the past, but this like emphasizes the samurai aspect of it, like the actual sword play mechanics. You know, you have different stances are for different enemies, right? And what's sick is like, you know, you can be in like a compound and then there's different enemies in the compound, right? So you're fighting one guy, he has a sword, so you got to go into stone stance, and then there's a shield guy, you got to go into water stance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to be able to like switch between the stances mid-fight and not have to be like, oh, I got to redo my whole build for this one stance. You know, it's fire.
It's a crazy power fantasy. Loving samurai as much as I do, like this genre of samurai.
Yep.
I don't think there's ever been anything that made me feel so close to. Obviously, it's a game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not swinging a real sword, but the hits feel so like.
Yeah.
It feels like you're hitting with that sword, bro.
And me and my friend, we have this term that's called meaty hits.
Meaty hits. That pause, bro.
No, but like the hits feel meaty. You know
I bet they do, bro.
No, but it's like, ooh, they do damage, you know?
They do damage.
Yeah.
Like the sword. And even hearing that in the developers talk about it is like them coming to the refinement of like how powerful those swords. Because at the beginning of development, they first made the game as like health bars for both of you. And it's like you go into battle with, but it didn't feel like samurai.
Yeah.
And then they realized like, yo, this sword has to be like super powerful.
Yeah.
So the way you switch between stances and all that stuff, it's just the most flawless combat system.
It's clean, and
To
the
me,
movement
since,
feels nice too.
Yes,
And
since
that's
Arkham games.
Yeah,
It's like revolutionary in my mind, the way Batman Arkham,
100%.
like
I feel that.
yeah, Arkham Asylum, Knight
Yeah.
and whatever.
And the movement in the game it's so intuitive, which I love.
Yes.
Right? Like you can move around and not fully have to think about it.
There's no aiming or lock on, none of that.
Well, there's like auto lock almost.
It just whatever direction you're looking at,
yeah.
that's the enemy you're fighting.
No, I'm talking about the movement. Like when because you can go on like buildings and jump from this, and then
Yeah.
you just go across the rope, and then you're above this guy. All right.
I see what you're saying. It all moves very like clean, like fluid,
Exactly.
like the wind,
intuitive.
which is a very I think deliberate. Again, they just make you feel like samurai.
Yeah.
So to get into the comedy thing of it, I think this is finally a new spin on me coming to terms with what's happening in the comedy space.
Yeah.
And, you know, obviously the week to week I come here and I discuss my battles with the wanting to make memes or not wanting to make memes and all that stuff. And the story of Jin having to go from honorable samurai to this ghost character where it's not all about confronting head on and it's about being in the shadows and stealth and you got to sneak up on niggas just as much as you do the stand in the face.
Yeah.
Because it's like a mixture of both.
Yeah. But I also want to point out that part of the game is that initially the people of the island don't know that it's Jin. So they just think it's some demon. You know, just go.
Yeah, as your legend grows,
as your
they
legend
know it's you.
Yeah. So, but they don't know it's Jin.
There's a ghost.
It's the ghost, right?
Yeah.
So now
I
it's
finally
like,
got to the point where like I got so good, and then I got some of the unlocks. It was like people are like running scared.
yeah, exactly.
That was so sick.
Yeah, and that's what I try to do in real life. You know, I'm trying to increase my legend. I say that all the time.
But in the comedy space, bro, it's weird. This is why I truly feel like video games are art, because it's not just a matter of like I'm playing through something. When they're that good, they make you relate your own life to what's taking place.
Yes.
And it just so happens I'm exactly at this place in comedy where I feel like I got in like an honorable samurai.
Yeah.
14 years ago, where comedy was not achieved, but at least like the pathway was one way. And not like the pathway was no memes.
Yeah.
You didn't have to be a meme guru, meme god, all this shit. And then obviously just seeing that change, and I was with it at the beginning, but then seeing it completely just morph into some bullshit, in my opinion. Still, I will never not see it that way. I see it as just fodder, like just random scrolling bullshit, which I don't fully care to participate in. But like this podcast, like the show and all that stuff, which by the way, go check out the latest episode of Black Zeus, the show on the channel right now. Having the open dialogue about the trials and tribulations of being an artist, especially in the modern age, but with traditional views.
Yeah. Traditional beliefs.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm very much, I feel like we're tricking ourselves into thinking that memes matter and all that stuff. It's like, cause now it's like endless, you know, we're always looking for something to get us by, past time or whatever. And it's become super easy. And unfortunately, like the stats kind of prove it in a negative sense with, you know, I say it all the time, depression, anxiety, people can't look each other in the eyes.
Yeah. One of the creators of the magnetic feed, he called it a race to the bottom.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Like with all these algorithms and people being famous by doing the dumbest things.
The dumbest shit. That's what we exactly.
Yeah.
So we are actually incentivizing people to, I used to say less effort, but I think that's the wrong statement. Because there's a ton of effort.
Yeah.
I just think it's basic bottom feeder bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, there was a guy that I saw recently. He was some sort of, and there was like a news article about this, but he went to like a supermarket.
Yeah.
And then he was spraying stuff on the fruits.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, well, when I do this, I get $1,500 a month from chat, dude, because they, you know, I got people on my live and they're watching me.
Yeah.
And then he got arrested.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
But he's making money doing that.
of course he is. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what's incentivized.
Exactly.
There's that website where you can make a crypto on anything. So like people were like, make this crypto. One guy said, make this crypto go whatever, and I'll kill myself. And then he killed himself, and then it popped, like the
That's
coin
crazy.
popped. Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that.
It's just, I don't know. It's ridiculous to me, but I do also, I'm not a dinosaur. I'm not so against it. And like playing this game is kind of making me go through that internal struggle in a different way.
Yeah.
I know that sounds weird because it's a samurai game.
No, but
the story
you're able
hits.
to see it from a
The
different
story
perspective.
hits so close to what I feel like I'm experiencing.
Yep.
And because I'm playing through it,
Yeah.
it's almost like a therapeutic.
Yeah.
Like I love the game already, but I didn't look at it this way when I first played it back in the day.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'm coming to terms with just doing it for the sake of like my benefit and my family, my friends, and all that stuff. But there still is a line. But there still is a line, bro. And I feel like I don't know. All the downtime in that game kind of is where I'm processing all the story that is relating to my life. So it's just this weird synergistic loop between Ghost of Tsushima and comedy for me, which I never expected.
Yeah.
Like, is there anything like that you have? Video? It doesn't have to be Ghost, but like, do you have a game that just related so much to whatever you were experiencing in life at that time or prior?
I mean, movies a lot of the time do that for me.
Like games,
but games wise,
yeah.
I mean,
Because everybody already views movies as art, and nobody.
okay, but I've always seen games as art.
I think art. Yeah, I think
You
now.
know, yeah.
But me growing up, it was like an argument.
It definitely
Even amongst
was.
gamers, like there were people that loved games that were like, "This
Yeah.
isn't art," or the games that were art.
But I was playing single player games, and because a lot of the people that don't say games are like they're playing COD.
Yes,
And even then,
yes,
they're playing COD multiplayer. Because then I would say, you know, Call of Duty, the first Modern Warfare,
It was art.
art.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, all that shit. Yeah.
Art.
But when I say video games are art, what are some games that come to mind for you? And we're gonna get out of the game talk now.
God of War, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
That's where you go to first?
Well,
That's
I
like
mean,
cinema.
it's art. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
no, I know what you
Why
mean.
won't you let me say my opinion?
I'm just shocked that that's where you went to first.
Well, you already claimed Ghost, so I can't be like, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, but why not?
Because we're already I already agree with that statement.
That's fair. But
So
if
you
that
say what else? I'm like, Ghost.
okay, yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, God of War for sure. It's art. I'm telling you.
You're talking about the modern ones,
yeah.
not like the PS2 ones.
The PS2 ones were good, but these newer ones are art.
There's like an
Like
artistic flair.
there's an artistic.
I almost feel like that takes away from the God of War thing, though.
Trust.
They made it too cinematic.
No, dog. Just listen.
I'm going based off like the God of War community from what I heard, because I'm like I'm in my nerddom, you know what I mean? I look into things
Okay, but why don't you play the game for yourself?
'Cause I don't care.
And make your own opinion.
because I didn't care about God of War then or really now, to be honest.
Okay, well, you asked me what games are art, and I'm telling you, God of War is up there art-wise for me.
I see it. I'm not saying I don't see it.
I don't think you see it.
Well, no, because like even the way they made the whole game to look like it's one shot, like one tracking shot. Isn't that the whole concept behind like how they look visually too?
They look really good.
Yes, I've seen a lot of cutscenes and it does look great.
Yeah, but the story is just ooh.
Interesting. So like another one would be like Shadow of the Colossus.
Okay.
That to me is like video games are art type.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about you, but the Little Big Planet art,
Yeah.
sure.
You want to do another one? Hey, all right. I'm sweating like crazy, bro. I'm sweating like crazy.
Don't load it up though, please.
Just that?
Yo, half of that, bro.
Really?
Are you crazy?
All right.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you.
All right. I'll put a little bit more to make it interesting. So that was Black Nerds, everybody. We won't be talking about video games for a while, so don't worry. Or maybe if you like it, leave a comment. Let us know. I don't think we're gonna talk UFC today.
But there's so many good
Not yet.
fights.
It's too late because we won't even post it in time for it to matter.
Oh, you're talking about the upcoming card.
Yeah, the upcoming card.
But it's your boy.
It's fine.
You don't want to talk about your boy?
I do, but it's fine because we're already 30 in, and we got some comedy to talk about because that's what this is about. That was my third chip.
It was.
Are you gonna do 3?
We'll see how I feel after this second one.
All right, then I'll leave that for a minute. Oh, my body's like, why?
What are you doing?
My balls is hot. You took your shorts off. Why'd you take your shorts off? My balls was hot, Joe.
Hey, it's Hen Dog.
Black Zeus, the podcast, season 6. Featuring
featuring Black Zeus and Dante, aka Black Zeus on YouTube, Patreon, and Instagram.